First things first, gonna go shrug up. Hold for a sec. Arms up to the side. Hold. Any discomfort with that?
No.
Any different side to side how it feels?
Yeah, this feels like it was going to give.
Okay. I felt like a little bit of a difference on that side, like not a crazy amount. Yeah, like a little bit of a wobble. Arms down here. Squeeze in. Don't flare your elbows out. Keep them nice and tight to your rib cage. Just resist. Hold. Anything there?
Just that elbow a little bit, that tendonitis. Yeah.
All good there?
Yep.
All right, give me a curl up. All good there?
Yep.
And push down. And here. Just like resist up. Is that? You don't feel that at all?
No.
Okay. I'm going to screen your neck real quick to make sure the pain's not being referred from there.
Okay.
So with my hand on top of your head, just gently push down. You tell me if that reproduces either your shoulder or your elbow symptoms.
Okay.
Nothing. Okay. Head to the side. Anything there? Head to the other side. Okay. That's good. Just rules out there's a neck issue. So I'm going to go arm up, thumb up. And we squeeze right here in the low trap. Hold that position right there. I'm going to push down. Hold, 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 hold. All right. Any pain there at all?
No pain.
All right. And right here, thumb up. Hold right there. Keep the shoulder blade as close to the spine as you can. Hold, hold, hold. Okay. And that clicking sound, that's not painful or anything?
No.
Good. Then this one. Hold up. Squeeze down here. Low trap. Hold, hold, hold. Hold right here. Thumb up. And resist. Any difference in feeling side to side? They both feel pretty strong. It seems like you get some good value out of that. Those prone movements you're doing with like the T's, the Y's, the around the worlds. All that seems like you've built that up very well. No pain with any of that.
Not really pain, just a slight discomfort in that spot. So it's like where the pec muscle comes in under the shoulder and ties into the bicep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Arms here, and then out like you're reaching for change.
Yeah, see that.
So that's a biceps test. When we externally rotate that sort of puts us in a position where the long head of the biceps is very directly loaded. It's called a speeds test. So that's sort of indicating like some potential biceps tendinopathy. That's pretty common with shoulder injuries, especially if you've hurt the labrum in any way, because the bicep sort of meshes in with the labrum a lot. They tend to be affected together. Okay. So we're thinking maybe the bicep is a little bit involved here. That's not a big deal or anything, but it does change how we want to focus. Let's see the other side. Hold there. Anything? And then what I want to do is we're going to shake hands, and you're going to push your arm up into the past position. So reach out, push into the position you were in before.
Okay.
So that recreates that clicking a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
We feel that tendon sort of snap over.
Right.
So that's a little bit further indicating that tendon might have some inflammation in it, and maybe that's why it's popping out of the groove more often.
Okay.
Plus the symptoms there that gives us some information. We'll check the bicep a little more. So you're going to reach up towards the sky, kind of like you're in a bodybuilding pose, and then squeeze down like you're trying to pull it in. Any pain there?
No.
All right, try to curl in. Good there? All right. Good other arm. Same thing. Curl down.
It's easier, much easier.
Arm across, thumb down. Hold there.
Yeah, see that?
Let's come for there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's another labrum test. It's going to be sort of the labrum and bicep. They tend to go hand in hand. So if we're seeing a little bit of that discomfort in the labral test position, that can be indicating more of the bicep, indicating that the labrum's also involved, some mixture of the two. Nothing super definitive. Not that it's super important. It just gives us an area that we know the tissues are sensitive. Let's check that other arm just to make sure it's not exactly the same. Across, thumb down, hold. Yeah, it feels much stronger there.
Yeah.
So that gives us some good context, right? So think of the labrum like a gasket around the shoulder socket that sort of smooths out the edge, gives it some extra surface area, because the shoulder sort of sits like a golf ball in a tee.
Right.
So when you have the labrum expanding that space, it increases stability. Well, lots of people tear their labrums. What happens when you tear your labrum? You have less of that fixed stability. You're going to rely more on active stability from the muscles around it, which is why when you've done all of this prep work that you found from Squat U, all those shoulder exercises, all that stability, that's putting you in a really good spot to support it, that a lot of the symptoms are better. We're still dealing with some of them. Because why are we still dealing with some of them? Well, one, bench press is a super sensitive super like, aggravating motion for somebody with a labral issue.
Okay.
Most people with labral issues, like if you ask them what bothers them in the gym, it's going to be bench press. It's just like a standard thing. Like bench press is not the most natural motion in the world. That's probably also why you've sort of found that like benching, keeping your elbows tucked probably feels a lot better.
Yeah.
I would even be willing to bet that back when you first heard it, close grip probably felt better first before
Still
wide
feels
grip.
better now.
Still feels better now.
Yeah.
There we go.
I used to bench with my ring fingers on the rings. Now I basically tie my thumbs into the beginning of the knurling and go out from that. So that keeps me about like a thumb's width from the rings. Now that's now my close grip.
You didn't like by chance happen to stock my bench at nationals, did you? If you look at it, I had a labels hair going to nationals.
Yeah.
I benched with my hand literally like on the edge of the smooth.
Wow. Okay.
Like as narrow as you can possibly go for a comp bench. Like my thumb was like almost touching my rib cage when I was on my chest.
Right.
It's better now that I'm benching a lot wider and like more consistently. It's gotten much better. But that's a super common experience. Is to experience that. You probably also like had a hard time going like super wide at the pec fly, where maybe you cut your range of motion short instead of going all the way back.
I basically stopped doing pec flies for a while because it was painful even with lightweight.
Yeah.
It up.
That gets us sort of two avenues we want to take. One of which you've already covered a lot of, which is just the general stability of the scapula, everything else. So we probably just want to like progress upon what you've already done. You've laid this really good foundation. You've hit a lot of these like solid stability movements. Let's take that a step further, right? And then on top of that, we want to address the bicep a little bit more. So in your current programming, how many times a week are you hitting a bicep movement?
Curling twice a week.
I think we can be a little bit more targeted with the biceps variations we're doing. Let's head downstairs.
Okay.
Do you feel like that working across the shoulder is not painful, is it? Okay. So we don't want anything, since you're close to competition, we want this to be like pretty much completely painful. Like the very most like a 45 or 1 to 10 discomfort. So really keep this low threshold in terms of comfort and sort of funkiness. Yeah.
We the only thing I see forever and a day is you and me, and they can't replicate this unity. No pressure, I can see them watching and they try to do better, but you one in a million, you ain't average. Girl, I promise I'ma have you living lavish.
Let's check your shoulder motion. So right arm is the top. You're ready? Okay. So you're going around C17. That's it. Sort of like T4. You have 3 to 4 segment difference on between your external rotation. I'll jot that down. Okay. And you want to think about what your shoulder point is. Go a little bit away from the joint with that band. No tension in the muscle. You literally like push the ball out and stop it and open it. If there's restriction there. So you're going to do it. You check that motion behind the back, see that it's a little more side to side. You feel better, or if like afterwards the shoulder just like feels nicer than belly does, that's a good sign. There's like
Take a trip, girl, we're about to vanish. 'Cause I'll go anywhere, anywhere, just as long as you're with me. 'Cause girl, I know that you get me, so I'll go anywhere.
the arms in the W position, right? Make sure to cross eyes. Really squeezing back, not only going to take forward here, and then just walking back, tension on, and really just like basically mimicking like the stability we want in our upper back for a bench press while walking out the band. So it mimics that positioning a lot in terms of like the shoulder blades.
'Cause I'll go, so I'll go anywhere. 'Cause I'll go, so I'll go anywhere. I don't even care about the way they're looking at us, 'cause I know they wish they had it and they know we doing damage to the game. I don't care about it.
Pull that down and back first. So that's loose. Now left that arm. Better. Do you feel like we're down there now? That's your arm. Good. That's a nice squeeze right there. Sitting on the bench. I always spot myself on this when like people just like sort of show that it doesn't need to be pure concentration. So the eccentrics that be here taking our shoulder
So basically, bend range, internal rotation, and then squeeze back up through it. If it's a little bit too heavy on the first go, you can use your hands to grab it out. If you're going to like weight, you go to the dumbbell, rotation. So I said you can choose. Okay. Feel okay? You see how that's like kind of similar to the Cubans? Like being more of a stretch, not crazy different at all. It's like getting the elbows there.
Stereotype, I can never do it mono, we the stereotype. I'm talking left, right link, I'm talking left hand ring. I'm talking this right here forever, we ain't here just for the summer. Always on 10, we ain't never had to come up. Young right now, but we gon' watch the numbers run up.